Hey there, this is a tutorial on how to get MAME, which is a multiple arcade machine emulator, to run on macOS 10.13 High Sierra. Now, a disclaimer, this tutorial may require you to disable system integrity protection, which is a security technology that helps protect your Mac from malicious software. If you don't typically download suspicious software, you should be okay. If you're uncomfortable disabling this, I've linked a text tutorial in the description of this video. While this video will teach you to run the newest version of MAME, the tutorial in the description uses an older version and does not require disabling system integrity protection. Let's get started. There are 3 things we have to download. I've linked each download page in the description of the video. Let me guide you through each page. Now here's the first page. This is basically a forum where we can download MAME on macOS. As of making this video, 0.255 is the latest version of MAME, as we can see here. So I'll go ahead and download this. However, if there's a newer version of MAME when you're watching this video, you can check under this Recent Posts tab here. If you see anything newer than 0.255, go ahead and click on that post. Before you download though, you want to make sure that it's going to work with your Mac. We can see here that 0.255 has had a specific patch applied so that it works with Intel Macs. That's what you want to see on the post if you're clicking and you're getting a newer version. You need to make sure that it works with Intel Macs and that there's been a specific patch applied. If you're not sure or you don't know, just go down to the comments and ask. The developer is actually very responsive. If you want to go ahead and do this now, you can just go to the 0.255 post. Even if it's not the newest, this tutorial should still work. And click on Intel Macs right here, and you're going to get your download. Perfect. So that'll be the first link in the description. The second one will be M64, which is a launcher for MAME, which will help it run. We can go to the link here, and we see under the Assets tab, there's something called m64.app.zip. That's what we want to click to download. Now, the third link in the description is SDL. This is a platform that will help MAME run. Look for the first thing that says latest next to it. Don't look for a version that says pre-release or whatever. Right now, for me, the latest version is 2.26.5. However, when you're watching this, there's an even newer version out. You can go ahead and use that one. If you're not sure, you can also use 2.26.5 just fine. I'm going to go down to the Assets tab again. I'm going to find the first thing that ends in .dmg. That means it's going to work with a Mac. These other ones will work with Windows or other systems. You want to make sure yours ends in .dmg. Go ahead and click on that to download. Now over here I've got my downloads folder up, and I can see the 3 things I've downloaded. And I'm going to go ahead and start by opening SDL by double-clicking on it. After SDL is open, I'm going to drag this window down here. You'll see 3 things. You'll see 2 text files, and you'll see the framework, which kind of looks like a Lego brick. Now we have to put this into our computer. To do that, I'm going to go back to the Finder. I'm going to type in Command-Shift-G. Make sure you type in Command-Shift-G. I'm going to put in this command here. This will also be in the description. You want to paste in this command specifically, Library Frameworks. Now, if you do that and you get an error, that's okay. You'll probably be in the library folder. If you do this and you don't get an error and you're in the frameworks folder, that's good. Just hold tight for 1 second. If you're in the library folder and you got that error, go ahead and click on the settings, click new folder, and call it frameworks. Whoop, there we go, frameworks. Make sure it's got the capital F, make sure it's typed exactly like that, and click away to make sure that your file is saved. Now go find that in here, you can open that up. Perfect, now we're in the frameworks folder. Now I can go ahead and drag my Lego looking thing over here into the frameworks folder. And now it's in our computer system. Perfect. This will help MAME run. I can close this window here. I can go over here and hit eject, or I could hit it over here just to get rid of that little window. Perfect. Now we can go back to our downloads. We're done with this, so if you want, you can right click on this and hit move to trash. The next thing we want to do is unzip MAME. For you, these might already be unzipped, and you might see a blue folder icon and a blue square. If that's you, don't worry about this step. I'm just going to double click on MAME, and it should automatically unzip for me with archive utility. If that doesn't happen, I'll use M64 as an example. Right click, go over Open With, and select Archive Utility. Great, now I've got both of my folders here unzipped. If you have these zip files, feel free to delete them by right clicking and hitting Move to Trash. Perfect. Now what we want to do next is to go to M64, right click, and hit Show Package Contents. Under the Contents folder, find Resources, and find this script. Now don't open this, but right click on it, hit Open With, and go to Other. Now what we're going to want to do is in the search bar type in text edit, And we should see an application pop up here called Text Edit. Perfect. I'm going to hit Always Open With. I'm going to hit Open. Now we should see a window pop up here. If it asks you to confirm opening, just make sure to hit Open. I'm going to drag this window right under here. Now I'm going to also link this command in the description. This is from a tutorial I've made. I'm going to copy this command here. That's going to be in the description. I'm going to want to go back to this window and paste it in. I'm going to replace everything in this text window with that command. Now, there is one issue. We don't want this thing in brackets saying path to MAME folder. So I'm going to go back to my Finder. I'm going to go back to my Downloads and find my MAME folder here. I'm going to delete these brackets. I'm going to make sure I drag my folder here into this window and align my cursor with where those brackets were. I'm going to let go. Perfect. Now I've got the path to my MAME folder in here for the launcher. That way it all works well. I'm going to do Command S in this window to save. It should not say edited here anymore. Once it's saved, you can hit the red X. Perfect. Now the last thing we want to do is see if this actually works. At this point, you might not have to disable system integrity protection, and you might be okay to go. To check, right-click on M64 and hit Open. I'm not going to do this here, but one of three things might happen. It might not open at all. You might get a black screen. If you get the black screen, just hit Alt Command Escape. That'll get you out of the black screen. Or the UI will launch, and if you see the user interface for MAME, then you're good, you're done. There is a slight issue though. Sometimes the ROMs might not show up. If you put your games into MAME, under this folder, ROMs here, and you open up the user interface and they're not showing in the Available tab, that means you still have an issue. However, if everything's good, you see your ROMs, you're fine. You don't have to disable system integrity protection. If you are having one of these three errors, maybe you're getting the black screen, maybe it's not running, maybe you aren't seeing your ROMs, then let's keep going with the tutorial. I'm going to show you how to disable system integrity protection. Now this step requires you to restart your computer, which is why this is being filmed on a phone and not through my screen record. The first thing you want to do is go up to the Apple icon on the top left and hit Restart. It might ask you to enter in the administrator name and password, so go ahead and do that. After entering the administrator name and password, your computer should begin to shut down and close Windows as you're seeing here. When the screen goes black, go to your keyboard and do Command R. Hold down Command R. Now again, make sure the second your computer screen goes black, you hold down Command R for as long as you need to until this Apple logo shows up, and then you can let go. This might take a couple of minutes and your fingers might be there on your keyboard for a while, but that's okay. You can let go once this Apple logo shows up. When your computer's done doing that, you should be in this window that says macOS Utilities. This is exactly what we want. Perfect. Now go to the top left-hand corner here. Look for something that says Terminal under Utilities here, and click Terminal. Now you should get this Terminal window show up. And under here, you need to type in CSRUTIL space DISABLE. CSRUTIL disable. Hit enter, and it should say successfully disabled system integrity protection. That's how you know you've done it. Perfect. Please restart the machine. So we're going to do that. We're going to go back up to our Apple logo here. We're going to hit restart again. Alright, my computer has successfully restarted. I'm back on my home screen, and system integrity protection has been disabled. So now what I can do, I can just go ahead and try opening MAME again by right-clicking on M64 and hitting open. I might need to try 2 or 3 times before it works. I might get a black screen. If that happens to you, just do Alt Command Escape to get out of that black screen. At that point, after trying 2 or 3 times, or maybe on your first try, MAME will successfully launch and you'll be able to play all your games on the newest version of MAME on macOS 10.13 High Sierra. Thanks for watching.